Whenever you have moon in the sixth house, let's talk about moon in the sixth house. So what, let's talk about what exactly the sixth house is. Sixth house is about your daily work. Sixth house is about your serving, how you serve. Sixth house is about your office. Sixth house is about maternal uncle. And sixth house is about diseases, death, right? Lawsuit, right? Okay. So now let's talk about what happens when moon sits in the sixth house. So when moon sits in the sixth house, you will be a caring healer. You can be a caring healer. You will be very much caring person. You will be very dedicated to your work. Whenever you are working, you can be a dedicated worker, and whenever you are providing service you will be compassionate service oriented person, so you will give this compassionate amount of service, right? So you will have very much compassion about like pets as well. For animals you might be a dog lover, or you might be a cat lover or something like that, right? So you will have very deep much love for the pets as well. Okay, now let's talk about the what happens when moon is in the sixth house challenges. So there can happen anxiety, stress, and digestive issue might have happened. So you can have digestive issue over there, and you can have emotional conflict. So because it is a house of competition and fight as well, so you might have the emotional conflict as well whenever the moon sits in the sixth house. So it's like basically you will have mood swing related to whenever emotional conflict, and so this can occur when the moon sits in sixth house. So how you can like navigate, uh, and you can be better version of you whenever moon sits in sixth house. The lessons should you have to apply in your life is protect your emotional well-being through healthy routines. So always make sure that protect your emotional peace, emotional well-being through the healthy routines. So whenever you are doing any kind of work, make sure to have a healthy routine, consistent in the work, because in the sixth house it's a house of service. And if you will have mood swing over there, if you will have the emotional fluctuation, there might it might get create the problem over there, right? And also it is seen that moon in the sixth house you might have depth of your mother. So there is matri rin as well. Okay, now let's talk about the seventh house moon. So, seventh house, what exactly seventh house signifies? Seventh house signifies partnership, relationship, public face, right? And the foreign land as well. So, and whenever the moon sits in seventh house, you can be very much diplomatic, right? So, whenever you have to like share your feelings and anything, you will try to make very diplomatic, right? Diplomatic, and you will be very much romantic, and you will have very much supportive partner who will nurture you, right? And your partner will be very much beautiful. Your partner will be very beautiful and face like very charming personality. I mean, the round face and very charming personality. You will have successful public relationship. You will have successful public relationship because you know the emotion of public, right? So you can deal better with the public. So moon in the seventh house, in the Lal Kitab, it is said that someone who has moon in the seventh house, usually for the male, it is been said that he will look for others' wife, right? He will look for others' wives. So I mean, so usually for moon in the seventh house can also give you illicit affairs, right? So be aware of that. So let's talk about the challenges. So you will have emotional dependency in the relationship. You will be very much dependent on your spouse, whatever she says, whatever he says, right? And you will have also unstable partnership, right? whenever the moon is in the seventh house, you will have unstable partnership. So these are the challenges whenever the moon is in the seventh house, because your spouse mood swing will have your spouse will have mood swings, right? So that happens when the moon is in the seventh house. So let's talk about what exactly lesson you need to learn whenever implement in your life whenever the like moon is in the seventh house. Okay, so always make sure healthy relationship requires emotional independence, right? So whenever you are emotionally independent, then healthy relationship will happen, because you will be if you will be emotionally dependent, what happens is you will be sucking the energy of your spouse, right? And whenever you will be sucking the energy of the spouse, whenever you will be possessive, that time relationship get like damaged, right? There is high possibility to be emotionally detached with your spouse. That's why make sure that healthy relationship requires emotional independence, right? Okay, now we'll be talking about moon in the eighth house. Okay, so moon in the eighth house is usually debilitated, right? So those who have moon in the eighth house, what happens is they are very psychic. Their intuition is very high. They can predict the things before the things happens, right? And you will have emotional spiritual depth, right? You want to deal like dig deeper into the spiritual depth, right? And you will be very much strong. You will have a strong research ability. So because eighth house is about mystery, his eighth house is about occult science, astrology, tarot card reading, or any kind of like mystical things. Those things which are hidden, moon goes in there, and that create like, I mean, you will have deep interest in that, and you will be very much emotionally attached to the astrology, psychic things, like, I mean, a ghost story or stuff like that. And sexual desire, moon in the high like eighth house has high sexual desire, very unconventional sexual desire as well. So you can get unconventional sexual desire when moon is in the eighth house. Okay, now let's talk about the challenges what happens when the moon is in the eighth house. You will have emotional turbulence, because mainly eighth house is not good for the moon, because there it gets in the natural Kalpurus Kundali, it gets debilitated, right? You will have fear of change. You will have very much insecurity about things, like you'll be very much insecure. What if these things like will go on? What if I will not get this thing? What if I will be poor? What if I will not get this thing? What if my desires will not be fulfilled? So you will have constant fear over there, right? So let's and then you will have hidden worries. What if these things happen? So you will have lots of worries when the moon is in the eighth house. So you have to navigate the things. You have to do meditation, because whenever the moon is in the eighth house, you will have like hard time to like make yourself in the peace, because you will have lots of emotional turbulence. Okay, now lesson for the moon in the eighth house is that transformation lead to emotional strength. So because eighth house is about transformation, so transformation will leads you to the emotional strength. So whenever you'll see go for like travel, whenever you'll talk with lots of people, whenever you will work on yourself, you will have transformation. And after this transformation, you will have emotional strength, you will have resilience power. You will be like phoenix who will be rise from the ashes, right? So always make sure that make your transformation uh, to emotionally strengthen yourself, your mind, your body, and you heal yourself. You can be a good healer as well. So moon in the eighth house. Okay, we will be talking about the moon in the ninth house. What exactly ninth house signifies? So whenever moon is in the ninth house, you will be very much spiritual, you will be very much wise, and ninth house also signifies the fortune. So you will be very much fortunate, right? So you will have compassion in your heart, and you will be compassionate traveler. You want to explore the adventure, you want to go, you want to travel world, and of course you will have foreign travel as well, because moon in the ninth house can make you a foreign traveler, and you will go foreign country as well. Okay, because moon is so ninth house also signifies the foreign travel. Okay, now you will be a very much a good learner as well. You want adventurous thing, you want to learn new things, new culture, new foreign language or something like that, right? So challenges with the moon in the ninth house is you will have emotional conflict with your beliefs, your father, your guru. In the religious things, you might have religious, conflict as well, because sometimes your value doesn't align, and you will have several mood swing over there, right? So whenever the moon is in the ninth house, it's basically the benefic, but there is things like there will be sudden mood swings and maybe conflict with the gurus and father as well. So always make sure to have, don't make damage, don't damage your fathers, gurus, and your mentor or your boss emotional peace or emotional, i mean don't do any kind of emotional damage, right? Okay, that will afflict your like mood very much, and you can't be in the peace as well. Okay, so now let me talk about what lesson you can apply to your life. So let the fate guide you through an uncertainty. So ninth house is also about the house of faith, because it is house of mentor, guru, your father, and also house of faith, and it's a house of religion. So always make sure that let your faith guide you through your uncertainty. Whenever you will have uncertain time, make sure to have faith on God, faith on universe, faith on divine, faith on yourself first. Most important thing, first faith on yourself. So let your faith guide to it through the uncertainty. So that like thing you can apply to your life. Okay. Now we'll be talking about moon in the 10th house. So 10th house is about your career, job, right? Authority, authority, public house as well. So whenever the moon is in the 10th house, exactly you will have fluctuating in the like career things as well. Because you might be popular and very respected people, and also you will have successful career as well. You will have public recognition, because you know the mass, the mind of mass, the emotion of the mass, and you will you can be a very much emotional motivational speaker, right? So if you have the moon in the like 10th house, you can be an emotional motivational speaker, which can touch the emotion. But moon in the 10th house makes you moody about your work. So if you feel like working, you will do very much hard working, you will do things. But if you don't feel like working, so you will be like, okay, I'm not going to do this. So whenever someone triggers your emotion, that may hamper in your career life as well, right? So let's talk about the challenges what you will have in the, I mean 10th house, whenever there is a moon in the 10th house. So you will have emotional attachment to the work. You will very much attached to emotionally with your offices, with your boss, with your colleagues, or your work environment, or particular project. So that if you that makes like very much, difference in your work life balance, because you are very much emotional and attached to your work. So career change and interest will be changed significantly, so that could be a challenging thing for you as well. So if you work is related to food, if your work is related to travel, if your work is related to emotional speech, you can do really much great and better things whenever moon is in your 10th house. Okay, now moon is in the 11th house. 11th house is about the desires, right? 11th house is about financial gain, so gain, wishes, social network. So whenever the moon is in the 11th house, you will have supportive friend who will nurture you emotionally. You will have financial gain. You will have financial gain, and you will have social popularity, because you can understand the like emotion of the people. So you will have social popularity. Also, your desire will be fulfilled. Also one more thing is that whenever the moon sits in 11th house, it is basically that your desire will be fulfilled and you will have high manifesting power. So if you want to manifest anything, you can manifest. Like if someone who has like moon in the 11th house compared to other, you can manifest very much faster, because you have the mind in the 11th house, right? So house of the desire fulfillment. So you can have a great desire fulfillment whenever the moon is in the 11th house. So challenges with this will be emotional dependency on your social approval. You always want validation from people. You want validation from your friends. You will have emotional dependency in the friends. So that can create sometimes, um, not good condition in the in relationship with your friend as well, because you are very much dependent on validation. So stop seeking the validation, start creating yourself whenever the moon is in the 11th house. Let's talk about what lesson you can implement in your life, so that you can get the benefit from moon in the 11th house. So true happiness comes from the meaningful relationship. Always make sure that you have meaningful network, right? Meaningful connection, not just a network, not just a network where you just say hi and hello. You should have emotional connection, so that he or she could help you in the further long run. It has been said that network is net worth. So make meaningful network, not just a network. I know this people, I know this that person. No, you have to be emotionally involved with the people, and then you can rise in your life. Okay, now the very final and the last one is that moon in the 12th house, right? So what exactly 12th house shows? 12th house shows the isolation. 12th house shows the loss. Today 12th house shows hospitalization. 12th house shows the bed pleasure. 12th house shows the hospitalization, and 12th house shows the super consciousness. Third house is the subconscious, but 12th house is a super consciousness. It has the akash tattva energy, right? So whenever moon sits in the 12th house, you will have high spirituality, right? You will be highly spiritual, right? And you will be very much compassionate, generous about things, right? So, and also you will be very much imaginative. You want to imagine it thing. You will be in the fairy world. You ignore the reality, and you will be in the fairy world. So you will be very much imaginative. Your intuition will be very much high. You can analyze the thing before it happens. So your intuition will be very much high. You will be drawn to meditation, right? So you will be drawn to meditation, yoga, spirituality, and uh, anything like that, spirituality, right? So whenever the moon is in the 12th house, it leads to loneliness. You will be lonely most of the time. You try to be lonely. You'll be overthinking, right? You'll overthinking will be, because it's a super conscious mind. You'll be thinking about lots of things which that doesn't exist in the reality. Also, you'll have a disturb in sleep, because moon is very much chanchal. It means it is very much, movable thing. It always wants to toggle down through more up and down, and like frequently changing things. So frequently mood swings will happen. So you will have emotional isolation as well. You might be in the group, but you will be emotionally isolated from that group. So whenever the moon is in the 12th house, you will isolate yourself emotionally, right? Okay, lesson whenever moon is in the 12th house. So solitude can become your greatest source of wisdom. So if you want to charge yourself, solitude could be greatest become your greatest source of wisdom. Whenever you are alone, when you are in a solitude, you are in the best attitude, right? So make sure to like charge your battery by being solitude, to learn yourself, and your greatest source of wisdom will be whenever you will be in solitude. Okay, so till now, if you have watched all the like moon in the 12th house, please subscribe to Astro Impact channel, because it needs lots of hard, effort, like to research and to learn about astrology, and then giving you the real life and very much like, simple types of uh, things, what happens whenever you have certain planets in the certain house, right? So please subscribe and follow, and you can write in the comment section whatever you feel like, and you can write the god's name, because whenever you are talking about astrology, whenever you are listening about astrology, you are making your eighth house strong, right? So eighth house is basically about hurdles, problem, depression, anxiety, and death. So whenever you are looking about astrology thing, so sometimes it's navigate, nullified the your like eighth house, any stressful things into the good thing. So make sure to comment whatever you feel, and wherever your moon is in. And also the thing is that, let's talk about the remedial part. So talking about remedy, always make sure to like check up your emotional health first thing. Don't waste water first. Okay, don't waste water. Don't pollute the river banks. Try to clean up the river banks. Don't pollute the ponds, right? Make sure you don't have any bad relationship with your mother. If you don't like, have a conflict with your mother, don't have fight with your mother, don't argue with your mother. Try to nurture her, try to provide her good thing, try to provide her mental stability, try to make her happy. So whenever you make your mother happy, moon in the like any houses, you can make moon better. And in the astrology, most important planet is moon, because if you don't have like mind, if your mind is not saying to do things, you won't be doing, because people are emotional driven, right? So if we are emotionally driven, being a patriotic is also being emotionally driven. Whatever we are doing, most of the time we are doing because it is in our emotion, right? So if I am doing astrology because my emotion says that to do astrology, right? To teach about astrology. So exactly. So moon, try to make sure that to don't speak any word that can hurt anyone's emotion. That can also be a good remedy for like moon in any houses, and to enhance your moon. Okay, apart from that, you can like donate milk, right? You can donate anything that is white thing, that could be nurture, right? So you can donate that thing in the temple. Also you can chant the moon mantra, chandraya nama, and the bees mantra of moon as well, right? So in that way you can enhance your moon. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe and follow, and what how do you like. Thank you so much. God bless you. Take care. Namah Parvati Pati Har Har Mahadev. Om Chandraya Namah.